His mic. You don't get to talk until I say you talk. This is a special edition of Miz TV. See, I have 10 years of frustration to get off my chest because you have cost me so many opportunities. Oh, and you smile, and if that microphone was on, you'd say my arrogance cost me those opportunities. But let's be honest, John, your word to the bosses, to the higher-ups, is gospel here. You're at the top of the mountain in the WWE, and it's not because you're good. It's because you manipulate every single person that comes in your way. Let me explain this. Let me make it more clear. You ever been in a job and you wonder, how does this guy get to be where he is? And then you watch him and he talks to the right people, makes the right connections, he smiles at the right time. And then there I am, working 10 times as hard, 10 times more talented, and trying to do all I can, and all I become is the other guy. Let me explain something to you, John. Let me explain something to you, John, before I was so rudely interrupted. I am not the other guy. The Miz. And you know, it's funny because I sit there and say that I'm not the other guy, but you won't let me be anything else than the other guy, but the other guy. And you know what? And here's an example. WrestleMania is right around the corner, and there was a time when I was main eventing WrestleMania against you, and I did it. I beat you. I was handed the golden opportunity. My leg.
We had say what? A whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. This is my house. And when I say who's
word attack skills and vocabulary too. Cover hits in this edition is all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
Everybody, we are back. It is Ring Time Pro Wrestling after a 2-week hiatus. Keith and Keisha are in the building. Keisha, say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy to return. I'm so glad to be here. I am tired as hell.
Well,
I'm telling you, man, you go through the week and, man, it don't even feel like it. First of all, it be dragging, okay? It drags, and I swear, you be like, oh, my God, when is it going to be over? And then, you know, you get to that point where you're like, all right, cool, I'm off and everything. And, yeah, that just, I know that one's supposed to start out the show, but you know what? You know, I had to get that out there. I had to get that out there, people. You know what I'm saying? So just bear with me tonight, because I'm gonna let you know, like, this is real. This is life.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a great week. I have quit my job in my mind like 7 times, but you know, stuff happens. Keisha, glad to have you back. Her contract negotiations went well. Hope you got that fruit basket.
Got no damn fruit basket. Let me tell you something. I want my fruit basket.
Okay. I'll talk to management. They claim the pockets are kind of tight right now, but they are working on it. I don't believe them. Anyway,
Right.
This show was interesting. We generally have a little recap of what's going on during the week. there's a rumor going around. The reason I say it's a rumor, it has not been published on WWE.com. And damn it, until it's on WWE.com, I am not blinded. I'm not believing it. Now, as I'm saying these words, it's probably going to appear on WWE.com. But for right now, until then, I'm not buying it. But just on the hypothetical that is true, let's just say the Mirror UK is right. Let's just say some of these other dirt sheets are right. And the WWE has came to terms of the release of Jim Johnston. Right?
Wait, whoa, what?
That's what they said. After 35 years, they've come to terms of release of Jim Johnston. Now, if you don't know who Jim Johnston is, I'm just going to say these words. He made your childhood magical. Okay. That's the easiest way to put that. He made your childhood magical. If you listen to wrestling theme music and you dance and you pop and you think like, wow, I wish somebody would play this when I walk in a room. That's probably due to that man. Here's why. I feel like this, Keish. Hypothetically, usually we save these segments for the news or whatever, but like this is lead off material, right?
Right.
It's not even the 35 years. But I think that matters too, right? Like one thing I don't like is when people leave situations and like they're not properly acknowledged. One thing I felt salty about watching at my own employment, I've seen people leave the job, and it's not by their own. You know what I mean? It's like the job letting them go because of cutbacks and stuff like that. And they put 20, 22, you know what I mean? And they just like, hey man, good luck. If you show up tomorrow, security gonna be on you. I mean, like that's how they treat them. Like this dude is the Hall of Fame. Like this dude, to me, I don't understand why he wouldn't even be honored more, right? Like, do you know how important the music is to wrestling?
It's everything. Like,
right?
It's literally everything. Like, some people, you really don't even realize it until you actually think about it. It's everything. Like, the music is like one of the most intricate parts of the show, intricate parts of the character, the persona, the people, like just in general. You know what I'm saying? You started off, you literally start and end the show with music, and every moment in between has music. Every segment, it's like you can't function in the show without music. Good music at that, because there have been some theme songs we've heard, Keith, and you know just as well as I do,
right,
that have absolutely sucked. Like, they have been absolutely horrible, terrible, and then the reaction from the crowd and the people have literally changed a person's theme song within a week. Like, 1 week it was this change, and everybody was like, "Oh, that is horrific. What are you doing?" And then you get to them like a week or two later, and they have a whole new song. It's because the music is everything. So you can't just have it's just anybody doing the music. Like, that cannot happen. And Jim has been that guy, you know?
Yeah.
He's been that guy to literally create the character for some of these people. Like, come on, man.
I'm about to drop this one track right now that says it all. Yes, that is unstable. The Ultimate Warrior theme, Keish. When that music hits, first of all, I played it longer than I was supposed to play it, just because it rocks so damn hard that you can't let it go, right? But I mean, that you talk about a Hall of Famer, right? Like you talk about what the greatest superstars are that they've had, and most popular. Let's go with that. Like you can go talk in-ring performance and all that, because y'all bring up irrelevant shit sometimes. The crux of his popularity, a lot of it has to do with that music and that interest. Like he'll run it down to the ring 100 miles an hour to that beat, and you like, this guy go kill somebody. Of course, the camera pans away because he starts sucking wind after about 2 minutes. But still, point is, just look at him like, shit, this guy's gonna kill somebody. I mean, Keisha, would they release him like that? Like, okay, especially say comes to the terms of release. This is how it would. Let's say they were done with Jim Johnston, which is some cruel shit. This is like some publicly traded company kind of shit, right? Like this ain't like the family-owned business. Vince loyal to a dude that's been down for forever. Because I'm sure WCW probably tried to lure him away at some point back in the day. And maybe not. Because let me tell you what happened with WCW. They had Jimmy Hart, right?
Right.
And I bet Jimmy Hart hustled them into, hey, baby, I made all the hits. I wrote a lot of them songs, baby. Because see, Jimmy Hart is a music man too, right? And if you look at WCW and like their catalog from the late 90s until they closed, man, a lot of theme songs got Jimmy Hart name on them. Now, did he do a lot of the work? Probably not, because that shit don't sound like nothing that the Gentrys made. For those of you who don't know, the Gentrys were like a 50s, 60s band that out of Memphis. I guess they were kind of popular. Like I could quote you those Gentrys hits, but Jimmy Hart, it was a family group. Jimmy Hart was a part of it before he got into wrestling. Now, he has done some work on some tracks that have been good, and that has done, but it's like, I'll put it to you like this: there have been, people have made some good songs. There have been some good producers, but in the pantheon of producers that we talk about in music and stuff like that, there's like a handful of people, right? Jim Johnston is at the top. Like, there's no Mount Rushmore in wrestling for this. Like, there's just him. Like, there's no Mount Rushmore. There's the Washington Monument when it comes to this. Right? One dude stands alone. So, I just don't. This is actually out. Hey, we would like to announce the retirement of Jim Johnston. You know what I mean? Like, that would have worked out well, and we wish him, as he like rides off into the sunset, like, I would have made it positive as hell. But and if, let's say it's not true, Keish, right? Because it's very possible that's not true, because all this shit right now has not been confirmed. It's just kind of like rumor that's on the internet. Still, with the WWE, I would like them to come out and be like, yo, that shit ain't true. We ain't that crazy.
Exactly.
We ain't fucking crazy. Just, that's all. That's all I'm saying, Keith. Just come out and say, look, man, we wouldn't release our guy like that. We're better than that, and we think better of him than that. And we don't want y'all thinking that we just letting people out in the streets. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all. That's all I'm saying, Keith. That's all I want from this. I'm going through and like in my Rolodex of wrestling music, and that guy's the publisher on a lot of shit, Keith.
He really is.
Right?
He really is.
I'm just saying, look, listen. And this is on the title picture of the show, because I mean, this guy dropped this. Undertaker, Keish. Rest in peace.
Of course.
Come on, man. That's what we talking about? Like, we talking about that dude? We let that dude walk out?
That guy.
I can't buy it, Keish.
I can't either. Like, I can't. You can't possibly tell me that this is true.
But, you know, we're going to talk today. We're going to talk about some fun and games. I got some jokes later on in the show because Keish, that was a real serious family situation that may have went down. And I didn't really cover it well the last episode, but I'm going to cover it well today. And we're going to laugh because I'm going to ask you an interesting question. And I'll pose the question now. And then I'll get to why I pose the question later.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Over and under, Keish. Odds of David Otunga being released in January when the next round of releases happen.
Say what now?
I want you to just put that in your kernel. What do you think the odds of Otunga being released in January when the January releases come around? And I'm going to tell you why later on in the show, why I'll pose you that question.
He ain't already been released? Ain't nobody seen this dude? Like, wait. I thought he was already fired. They ain't fired him yet?
No, you know, he one of them JTGs. Like, he's still in the league. You'd be like, damn, that dude still work there?
Yeah, like, I thought that he would have been gone.
Nah.
I was just like, okay. And this is news to me. This is what's news to me, because I thought he was gone already. Like, I didn't know that he was still on the contract. Like, they still pay this dude? Like, I don't understand. What? So, that's a shock right there. Like, I don't know. Well, you know, since he still is working for them, yeah, it's highly likely he'll be released in January when the new roll of releases come out, you know?
Yeah.
That's highly likely. Like, there ain't no question in that.
Yeah.
So,
this is what I'll say. It's very possible that it's going down. We'll talk about it later. But let's get into Raw. Let's get into SmackDown, the news, and there is some fun left in this show. So I got that thing out the way earlier because I was heated, Keish. I don't know. Like, I don't like rumors, but like, it's just been spreading too hard. I couldn't like just let the show go by without talking about it because it's like, man, like I said, that dude made your childhood magical. And throughout the show, I'll probably go drop some more music just because I need you to understand that this is so serious. So let's get to Raw. We were in Knoxville, Tennessee, home of University of Tennessee, the place that still does not have a football coach, but is
they need to get that together.
But they can hoard out so vicious, Keish, because everybody they talking to now is using them to get a raise. I wish this stuff happened in real life to real people, right? Well, it does happen, but it's not like public, right? Like, I wish it was just like public knowledge that, like, yo, IBM is trying to holler at your boy. Like, prior to, like, in real life, you got to get the job offer and then leverage it.
Right.
Like, you got to get it. Here, they don't even get the actual offer. Like, it's just like an interview. Like, they just talking. And the other school, like, nope, you can't have our guy. Fuck that.
Right.
Right. And now college football is crazy because, like, a lot of jobs is coming open because people that got fired. I blame Georgia for all of this. No, I'm going to tell you why.
Wait a minute. Why do you blame Georgia for this?
They let go of Mark Richt 2 years ago, right? Kirby already got them playing for a national championship. Like if Kirby, all they gotta do is beat Arbor the day of the playoffs. So you know what everybody else thinking? They fired that dude that was winning 10 games a year, and they found a guy that got them in the mix for the playoff already.
Right.
This dude that's winning 7 every year, we can damn sure get rid of him. And the firings just start happening. And I don't feel too bad for the firings because these people get fired with guaranteed contracts. You know what I mean? Some of them don't even have offset language, which I have to explain offset language at another time or another podcast. But the deal is, Keish, some of these dudes get $10 million to walk away. Let me tell you something. If Racetrack, I said my employer's name. No matter at this point. If my employer told me, Keith, I'm going to pay you the next 3 years of your salary, but you got to go. I would pack my shit up. The question would be, is that, do you want me to shine my desk before I leave?
I'll be like, look. I'll be like, look. I'm sorry. All right, and when would you like me to go? I just want to know. I just want to know how much time I have to pack up my shit. Like, I just need to know.
As long as I don't get a job, like the exact same job for those 3 years, that I could, keep getting that money. Keish, I used to be a hotel night auditor. I'm just saying, I used to be a security guard. Like, I got another skill. I'll do some other shit and keep, so I can get 2 paychecks.
I could always just revamp my resume real quick.
No, look, just because I'm getting paid for the next 3 years, but hey, man, I'm gonna draw them 2 paychecks. I'm gonna get both paychecks. Just
right.
I didn't understand Chip Kelly. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna stay at ESPN for a couple more years and get this ESPN money and get the money from the Eagles that they owe me, or Eagles or the 49ers, whoever owe money still. Like, I'm getting all this money.
All right.
But I'm just saying. But I don't know where I was going with this. I think we was just talking about Tennessee, because Raw was at the University of Tennessee. But Tennessee out here swinging and missing at dudes, and now they just looking desperate.
Yeah, they really are.
And like
they look horrible.
Cash just using them like, I talked to Tennessee about the job. They encourage job like, so you want that raise? You want that 2-year extension?
All right.
And it's like, yep, I decided to stay home. Which, that's a dangerous game, because it's just like when you do that with your in the real world. Hey, I could be like, yo, Chick-fil-A said they gonna hire me, and it's gonna be this amount of money. Hey, a lot of jobs be like, well, I hope you're happy over at Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
And you gotta be willing to take that job. So that shit matters. But yeah, we'll see. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, Raw is there. Tennessee is located in Knoxville. Are you familiar with Knoxville, Tennessee, Keish?
I am. Familiar, yes. Do I? Am I that too familiar? Nah.
Well, I want you to understand that there's a guy named Glenn Jacobs who is from Knox County and is running for mayor of Knox County. So, I mean, it's just something I would throw in there. But yeah, Knoxville sits in Knox County, and the guy who's running for mayor is known as Glenn Jacobs. You know who Glenn Jacobs is?
I know exactly who Glenn Jacobs is.
Yeah. Guy who wears a mask and a big red suit on WWE television. So I thought it was interesting, right? That all that was going on. But let's talk about Raw. So Roman Reigns kicks off the show. He talks about how he's going to be defending that Intercontinental Championship and he's going to make it prestigious or keep it prestigious. Here's the thing. The way they're presenting this is like this is when Cena was the U.S. champ, right? The idea is that we're going to give life to the belt and that's going to be a workhorse title. That's going to be our guy that's going to be at every big event, that's going to come out to every show and work the hell out of that title.
Right.
Hey man, if Roman pulls this off, he's not going to be the guy that they want him to be because I think that's a far cry. You can't force that on people. I think that's just something that's going to have to happen. But I do think he'll be in a lot better position if they let him have this run. Today, he was interrupted by Elias and the Miztourage. Elias and him had a decent match. We'll get into it a little later. But the Shield was just kind of hanging out this show. Dean Ambrose was not available. He was on a honeymoon, which I thought him and Renee got married a while ago, but maybe they just now decided to do the honeymoon.
Well, with their schedules and everything they got going on, I could see how the honeymoon was delayed. They probably and then they didn't have like a big wedding, like Natty and TJ and
Rusev and Lana and all those cats.
Yeah, and Naomi and so they didn't have like the huge to do. They live in Vegas, so shit. They just went, said fuck it, and got married. And that was the end of it.
When they got married, like nobody really knew. Which is like somebody was watching TV. It was like, damn, they wearing rings.
Right.
Renee was like, yeah, that kind of happened.
Right. And it was crazy because we talked about it on the show. You was like, did you notice Dean's ring? I'm like, yeah. Like, that was the first thing I seen. And when I seen him, wait. Okay. When the hell he started wearing a ring?
Okay. Question: how do women notice that? This dude is OT. Like, it's just so like far. The shots be so off at different times at different places. How do women always pick that up? Okay,
so I'm going to bring it from my perspective. Now, I can't speak for other women, but I can tell you how I do it. So, like, if I look at a man, okay, I scan from head to toe, but one of the number one things I'm looking at is his hands. Because, of course, the one thing you want to look for is a ring. Like, you look at his hands to see if there's a ring on it, because men, as far as from my experience, most men don't wear rings. They don't wear rings at all. Like, that whole, the pimp hand thing and all that BS, like, no, dudes don't wear rings. Like, females wear rings for accessories. So, guys don't really pick up on, like, a ring being on a female's finger, because hell, she could be wearing one on her ring finger, and it could just be like a fashionable ring. It probably ain't even an engagement ring or a wedding ring or anything like that. Now of course, guys ask anyway, if they see it, but when women notice it more, because men don't really wear rings. The only time they wear a ring is when they're married. So, and that's from my own personal observation. Like, I don't see guys wear rings. I see them wear watches. I've seen some wear chains, but not too many. Like, guys don't really wear, like, what's the best word I could use for it? They don't wear jewelry. They don't really wear jewelry. So, like, that's the ones I know. So, if they would have on a ring, that's going to be the first thing that a woman sees. They're going to pick up on that quick, because, guys don't usually wear rings on their fingers. So they don't see that wedding ring. Right. And that's how I noticed it on his fingers. Like, when I look at when I'm watching wrestling, the one thing I notice on the hand on some of them is that black band around their ring finger. Like the ones that I know is married have that black band on. So some of them don't, but a lot of them do. And I figure, you know, that's to protect their wedding ring if they have it on. Or if that's their replacement for their wedding ring, as opposed to actually having on the actual ring in the ring. Because, of course, anything can happen in the ring, but, you know, they still want to have it on just to, you know, signify, like, hey, you know, like, we know you married. Come on, man. Like, but yeah, that's how it's so easy for women to notice that. Because, you know, it's not really a common thing for men. Like, unless they are married, they don't wear rings. Like, I don't know a man right now that has on a ring that isn't married. Period. Like, I don't know anybody, any male that has a ring that he wears like every day that isn't married. Except, no, because he's married. So, and the only other rings that I've seen on the hand of men that ain't married is like class rings. It's two. It's class rings and Masonic rings, and that's it. And I don't see too many of those. So, I don't.
It was just something I was curious about because I'm like, people notice it like that. Junk hit the internet.
Oh yeah. It was quick because of that reason.
Okay. Do you notice ring tan?
Yes, I do. I'm that person. I am horrifically observant. So yes, I will notice. Like if now, I'm not gonna spot it a mile away. But if I'm like standing there talking to you, and I look at your hands, and I can see that tan line around your ring finger, then I already know. Like, no, dude, you trying to do some old shaky shit. I ain't got time for all that. I'm out. Like,
yeah.
Nope.
I just thought I'd ask that one because I always thought that's funny too. Because I know people who like take off the ring, and it's like, hey man, I know when I take mine off, and I look at it, it's like, hey, why this part of my finger so light skinned?
Exactly. Like if you wearing it all the time, you're gonna have that tan line. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because there was a ring that when I wore rings on my right hand, like I had a tan line at one point. I don't have one now because I don't wear rings that much anymore. But I had a tan line. So like if you have it on all the time, you're gonna have that tan line. Yes, I noticed that immediately. Like, because like I said, I look at your hands. Right. I look at your hands for hygiene reasons too, because dirt under your fingernails is my pet peeve. Like, it's one of them. It is a high pet peeve of mine because I'm like, if your fingernails look like you've been doing construction work, you better be a construction worker. Like, otherwise, I don't even want. You have no excuse for your hands to look that horrible. Like, it's just not. That's not okay. It's just not okay. Now, I'm not saying you have to go get manicures and nothing like that, even though that is a good practice of hygiene. You ain't got to do all that, but your hands, in my eyes, tell me how clean you are. Like, it does. Like, it tells me how clean you are. Do you shower regularly? Like, are you skipping a few days? Like, what's going on? Like, I can't. Yeah.
She hit her with, are you skipping a few days? All right. Kid.
Yeah, like, I'm just saying, I'm that intricate. I don't have time. Like, I don't. Like, Nope. You're a grown man. I expect you to have good hygiene. Like, that's it. There's no gray area in there. I'm not even gonna. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm just saying, like, that's how deep this gets. You know what I'm saying?
My hands are nice and soft like a lady's. Just thought I'd throw that in there. But
you ain't got no.
Apparently, man, I guess the WWE went to Knoxville and they said, "Shit, this just one of them days that like we ain't got to go too hard. We let everybody put in their vacation time for this Monday, cause Dean was go.
Right.
Sheamus is in Ireland just kicking it.
Right.
I'm like, damn.
Like,
is this the week for vacation time? Like, damn.
Yeah, because the way Michael Cole described it was like, oh yeah, so Sheamus, he's on his annual sabbatical, you know, he done dipped out, and Dean on his honeymoon, you know, he chilling. Like, wait a minute. Like, how many more motherfuckers done went on vacation? And y'all dudes know y'all got to do a show, right? Like, come on, man.
I know what it's like to show up for work with everybody that took vacation. You be looking around like, I'm about to work hard today.
Exactly.
So that happened. Seth Rollins defeated Cesaro in a singles match. Then they set up for the tag team title rematch next week. We'll see how that rolls out. Samoa Joe defeated Titus O'Neil in a match that really didn't matter, and apparently Titus O'Neil is just that dude for Samoa Joe to beat up now.
I can tell. It's not okay.
I want to get here because this is the first time we get to talk about it on air. Like, we discussed this on Thanksgiving. But Paige is back.
Mm-hmm.
She has some friends. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. They are tearing up Raw, beating up everybody. And this week they wasted Sasha Banks. Also, Keish, how do you feel about both shows having like the same thing going on at the same damn time?
Okay, now normally you'd be like, normally it's like, oh, so they're just gonna copy each other like that. Creative is slacking. Somebody need to be fired. It ain't even like that with me right now, because of the simple fact that the call-ups after Survivor Series had all been women. This shit is exciting. I'm loving it. Personally, no, I'm not with Mandy Rose. That was actually a little bit of a surprise for me. Because, and I say that because I hadn't seen her too much on NXT. So I'm just kind of like, where'd she come from? How did that happen? But I'm fine with it. So Sonya Deville, I feel like already just off top. When they brought her back, I didn't think that they were going to move her up to the main roster. I thought that they would actually put her into the NXT Women's Title position. Like, they would throw her in the mix of that, you know, and possibly give her the belt for a minute and then let her, you know. But they went a whole nother direction with it, and not actually happy with it. With SmackDown. Now, with SmackDown, this is a whole nother story, because the three women, from my understanding, that they called up were all faces in NXT. So, with Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan, like, I was just kind of taken aback. Like, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You know, like, y'all got them up in here beating up people and shit. Like, wait a minute, that's not, you know, I'm not used to that. From those three women, like, I'm not used to that at all. So, but you know, with the main roster comes changes.
Right.
And you know, every time someone gets called up, they make, either if they keep their character the same, they make changes to it, or they just change them all together. And I'm actually kind of surprised and impressed at the way that they've presented these five women and on their respective shows. Not only that, but it was something that I was reading, or was it you? I don't know if it was you that said it to me, or if I read it, or what. Because I know I definitely was. I was thinking about it after the fact. You know, all of them are factions. Both both groups of women have created a faction amongst themselves on both shows.
Right.
And that's not something that is going on in either women's division right now. Like, everybody's out for self. You have these frenemies going on and all that kind of stuff at the same time. You know, everybody is just literally out for self. So, everybody's just like, well, you know, you cool and everything, but when it comes to this title, I'm not finna, I want that. That's me. And then they just kind of cutthroat looking at each other. But Paige, Sonya, Mandy on Raw, and then Ruby, Liv, and Sarah on SmackDown are creating a new dynamic that hasn't been in the women's divisions on either show for a while now. So I'm happy. I'm actually excited that there's going to be something fresh coming, you know, in these divisions. Yeah. Now, I've heard, and this gives me the chance to expel a rumor that I heard, and I don't know if this is going to be mentioned during the news, but I'm bringing it up now, okay? So, I was watching a video on Pro Wrestling Unlimited YouTube channel, and a rumor that's being distilled is that they could possibly be creating women's tag team titles on both shows. And this is why I'm all for that. Because I feel like both shows now have a significant amount of women to where this can be a possibility. Not only that, but because then now you definitely get a chance to utilize all of the women as opposed to everybody just chasing one title. Because I feel like with the women that has been an issue. Like men, they have the title, then they have the second tier title, and then there's just, you know, and then there's the tag title. So they got options. For the women, they're just stuck. Like, if you're not the women's champion on your own respective show, like, you don't, that's it for you. If you ain't got a storyline going that's compelling enough to keep you in the mix, that's it for you. You know, people thought folks fired Dana Brooke. Like, that was just how much nobody seen her.
Yeah.
So,
I would say this. With 3-hour Raw, a 2-hour SmackDown, I think there's more than enough space to make it work, right? Plus, I think Raw, it will allow you to better manage the male talent, so you don't have to have somebody coming out 2 or 3 times in the same show.
Right.
I think, like you said, they have the rosters, because those 3, you've basically infused 6 women into the divisions, right? 3 on each show. That's a hell of a shot in the arm. Raw specifically, because Paige has name recognition. We've been waiting on Paige to come back, and we didn't know if she was coming back because of the injury, right, and because of the relationship with Alberto and that kind of thing. Question that's totally unrelated to this, but Keish, I have to ask because me and Nicole was watching the show, and Paige, her lips, does she have the lip thing done, or is that just how she wears her lipstick now? Because,
you know, I question that too, because I need to go back and look at old pictures of her or something. I want to say it's the color of the lipstick, because she was wearing darker lipstick, so. Yeah, she used to wear like this black or something. Yeah. So like the red is just
the red, the way it's colored, it just look big. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to say it kindly. I noticed that women sometimes like to get those lip shots or whatever.
Yeah, they get these injections.
And, I didn't know if that's what happened. Just the way her makeup looks, that red, it's like so all over her face. It looks like it's possibly that she had those lip shots, which I'm going to ask a question and chalk it up to male insensitivity. Why do women get those shots? Because in the history of those shots, there's never been a successful one, and everybody is walking around looking like they got a seafood allergy.
Well, okay, so some of us women already have full lips.
Okay.
So full lips, even semi-full, not all the way full lips, but even semi-full lips gives a better look when you put on makeup. So like when a woman puts on lipstick, you know what I'm saying, you can tell like it's a better look for when you like pout your lips, and you know, especially with like modeling and just in general. So fuller lips lipstick looks better on fuller lips. Now I'm not saying it's horrible on women that don't have full lips. It's just that you can see it better. Like it pops more when you have fuller lips. So women will tend, if they don't have full lips already, will tend to get lip injections in order to make their lips fuller. Perfect example is Kylie Jenner. So she ain't had no damn lips. She ain't had no lips. Like she had a little bit of lip, and that was it. You can't sell no lip gloss line with a little bit of lip. So that wasn't even finna happen. So she got lip injections to make her lips fuller. So when she started her lip gloss line, you know what I'm saying, she was able, you able to market yourself.
Right.
And this line with these lips, because think about it, if she would have tried that with the lips she had, she wouldn't sell her nothing. Because it's like, how the hell you gonna sell me lip gloss and you barely got lips? Like, it wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't gonna happen. So she went and got her lips done so that she can have fuller lips. So when she started her line, you know, she could even if she wasn't her own model, like when she went out to market herself or to like really market the line, then people could see it on her and be like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Well, it looks like it looks good, you know, and this and the third and blah, 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 and that'd be the end of it. Most makeup models that you see have full lips. Like, they don't have thin lips. They have full lips, even if they're not their own lips. Like, even if they got them injected and everything, they have full lips, because when you're marketing, when you're putting makeup out there, when you got on lipstick, you know what I'm saying, you can't see that on a thin lip.
Right.
It's just like somebody colored in with like eyeliner or something. Like it don't work like that. So they make sure that the women that are marketing, they help them market their product have full lips. That's why full lips are so attractive. Paige probably did get her lips done, because but the thing is, she didn't have thin lips. It wasn't as full. Like, her lips might not even be done. She might have not have changed her lips. She just might have changed the color.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That lipstick looks weird.
Yeah, because her skin is pale, so her lips look different with different colors. Yeah. That red do look like it's taking up half her face.
Yeah,
but it just might be the color. Like, okay. So I had to go back and look at like old Paige and see.
Yeah, it was just a question because I was watching it with somebody. They asked me and I didn't know. Also, her and Ruby Riott, no color, kind of weird. But Paige, Mandy, and Sonya beat up Sasha. Bray Wyatt defeated Matt Hardy in singles action, and what seemed like a throwaway match, which was good to see Bray Wyatt, because I hadn't seen Bray in a while. But it was a decent match, and then Matt teased a little broken Matt at the end of the match.
Yeah. I was like, oh, he finna do it.
Yeah.
Don't let him do it.
It start delete. I was like, oh snap, it's going down. It's going down in the DMs. Okay. But yeah, that happened. I'm excited for the idea. The only problem is that I'm going to caution fans. I want you to remember, In TNA, Broken Matt Hardy had creative control. Broken Matt Hardy was able to work that thing over and come up with ideas and do things. In WWE, Vince does not do well with ideas that he did not create himself.
Right.
He usually finds a way to fuck him up. So just ride with it. Enjoy what you can enjoy. And just understand it probably won't end well. I'll ruin everything, don't I?
Yeah.
So, Rich Swann defeated Akira Tozawa, Noam Dar, and Davari. Which means he will go on to face the winner of the Fatal 4-Way next week, in about 2 weeks, to determine the number one contender for the Cruiserweight title. This was a result of the guys talking to Kurt Angle and telling them that, hey man, Enzo and his crew are running the show and we can't get to Enzo, so this is a plan.
Right.
Also, Rich Swann winning. Well, we'll talk about it later in the show, but Keish, I will tell you about the night Rich Swann became my mortal enemy.
Oh Lord, here we go.
And that happened. So like, it's funny because like now the video is available, and I'll tell you how the video became available. And I've seen myself a little bit, but not too much. And I haven't watched the whole thing because there might be a point where I fall asleep at the show. It's just a lot of stuff going on, Keish. Anyway, so Rich Swann did that. Asuka defeated Dana Brooke in short measure on Raw. The Paige crew came down to the ring, and we thought they was gonna jump Asuka, but there was like this weird sign of mutual respect, and everybody decided they'd fight another day. Are we teasing something, or is this? I don't know. What do we got going on here?
What it sound like to me. I mean, it sounds like they're trying to set up something with Asuka, but we have to see. I mean, right now everything is up in the air because, like I said, like with Paige and Mandy and Sonya and the whole situation, you're now dealing with three women together as opposed to just individual women that's just coming together. And now like they came together, so they rolled together. So now you gotta figure out how to deal with all of them together. Now we all know that Asuka can take out all three with no problem, but but at the same time, I guess they just have to create the narrative like, hey, no, we ain't gonna mess with her right now, but it's coming. You know what I'm saying? No, they didn't touch Asuka at this moment, but it's coming. But she ain't gonna be by herself.
Right.
She ain't gonna be by herself because with y'all running around trying to beat up the whole locker room, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna create problems for you.
Right.
So I guess that's what they pretty hitting at this point.
Yeah, I understand.
Awesome.
That being said, Kane defeated Jason Jordan via count out. Jason Jordan may be setting up for a heel turn. It looks like he's getting a little cowardly, a little running around, a little scared. So we'll see what happens there. Kane was about to further brutalize him. Then Finn Balor came out, and Finn versus Kane is interesting in the sense that right now it's just a regular Finn. I think you could set something up down the line where the demon Finn comes out, and then it's the demon and the big red machine and the devil's favorite demon and all this demon stuff. You know what I mean? You can make something work.
That would be awesome.
But
I'm not gonna lie.
Finn was giving it to Kane till Kane got frustrated and got that chair, and then disqualification came. And that's what stuff really got interesting, because Braun Strowman came back after getting caught up by Kane with a chair last week. He came down and returned the favor twice and made Kane choke on the chair.
That was brutal.
Yeah. I don't know when the pay-per-view is going to come, where these guys will main event, but I'm sure it should be up soon. You know, because I said, after Survivor Series, I just thought Braun is like, hey man, we could book that guy against Lesnar at WrestleMania. Braun Lesnar too. I mean, that's whew. But
if that happens, well, if that happens, Lesnar ain't coming out there to win her.
No. I mean, this would be the reason why you would set up for Lesnar to lose clean. Like, all that Lesnar dominant stuff would lead up to this moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, let me go ahead and set up. But, yeah, we're going to go on break. We'll be back with the birthdays. And I will play you a recent Jim Johnston classic that, is one of the reasons why the guy's the GOAT on his music stuff. Oh, it's birthday time. Okay, man, end of the month, Keish. It is end of the year. It's hard to. It ain't really hard, but like you guys scroll all the way down to do the birthdays. So yesterday was the 29th because I guess while we're recording, this is the 30th. Keish, do you know who had birthdays on the 29th? Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke had a birthday yesterday on Wednesday. Dana Brooke turns 29. JBL, former SmackDown champion, former announcer, one half of the APA, celebrated a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Zeb Coulter had a birthday yesterday. Good old Dutch Mantel, the dirty Dutchman himself, was kicking it on his birthday. Today, November 30th, Keish, Christian celebrated a birthday. One half of Edge and Christian. You know Christian is 44?
No, I did not. Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Christian's 44.
Christian does not look like she anywhere near 44. I'll tell you that.
And for the birthday that we're happy to say, Naomi is gonna glow it up today. So
Naomi is she's 30 today, isn't she?
Yeah, she's 30.
I did not know me and her were the same age. I was so shocked. I was like, whoa, wait, what?
Yeah.
She is dancing right on into her 30. No, I'm talking about Naomi.
Yeah.
I knew she was a homie for a reason. Come on through, sis. Like, seriously. Yeah, I got excited that she's one of my favorite wrestlers. Now, come on with it. always. I've been following Naomi's career since she was in NXT. NXT. I even found some of her old what is it, FCW stuff.
But yeah, so yeah, Naomi celebrated her 30th birthday, and that's it. There's no birthdays tomorrow or nothing like that. Nothing really to talk about till next week. So that's birthdays. Now it's on to the news. Our favorite tab is the news.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right. Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks are potentially putting together a self-financed event for a 10,000-seat arena. Apparently, people told them, like, yo, man, Ring of Honor can't sell out those 10,000-seat arena. Cody and the Young Bucks said, we can, though. And the negotiations look around, they're going to find and say, oh, man, this could be a game changer. Because if guys can put up their own bread and then make it work and possibly get some, like, pay-per-view money out of it, whoo, changes the game. Promoters gonna be pissed. They're gonna be hating. They're gonna be trying to shut this down. But I applaud those independent businessmen, which all of them are. And I'm gonna tell you how much they changed the game. Pro Wrestling Tees was just a little shop, you know what I mean, out of Chicago, and that shit is a mega conglomerate now. Do you know they had Hot Topics? No, you go to Hot Topic and get a Bullet Club t-shirt. It's $25.
What?
But you go there and get one. Yeah. Get you a Kenny Omega shirt. Get you an America's Nightmare Cody Rhodes t-shirt. Yeah, go get them at Hot Topic.
That sounds awesome.
But that's the strength of, like, the business that's been created. So, Keish, we hadn't been on the show together in a while. In these streets, apparently Jennifer Hudson and David Otunga have broken up. It got ugly. Jennifer had a restraining order against David, said he was trying to intimidate her, all kinds of weird allegations. David apparently has won full custody of his son, and that was something I think Jennifer was trying to fight. I ask you again, how soon do you think he gets released in January?
No, he will get released in January. Like,
because here's the thing.
I'm just saying.
I saw that they broke up, and of course, a relationship breaking up is serious, and it shouldn't be joked about or whatever. But guess what? I got jokes. I've been calling that man Mr. Hudson for a long time.
Right.
Like, this ain't new. I'm just saying, I thought his intrinsic value was in being Mr. Hudson. I thought the idea was that the WWE hoped that one year Jennifer Hudson was going to show up at WrestleMania and sing America the Beautiful and Rock It Like Aretha because her man worked there. But they never got that moment. It never happened. And I'm going to say, his claim to fame was that he was with her.
Right.
Since that's no longer useful, I mean, you ain't keeping him around because of in-ring ability.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
because he ain't wrestled in how long? Right. It's been too long. And then you had him on commentary. You took him off of that because he went to go do whatever, and then you never brought him back. You just left him on kickoff shows, and that was it. Like. So I was just kind of like, all right, well, you know.
No.
And now.
So, yeah, that happened.
We get to see that. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think he'll be released soon. Flow Slam, which has FlowSlam.tv, was shut down by Flow Sports. They were like, hey, man, this shit right here ain't what we thought it would be. We ain't making the bread that we thought we was going to make on this.
Right.
And, that's what it is. Now, you want to know why does this matter in the wrestling world, Keisha, right?
Right.
Well, Flow Slam TV had got some money from even the WWE by a potential investor. They were supposed to break out and be like the premier independent streaming service in wrestling. They're supposed to get ROH, New Japan, and all that stuff, but a lot of that stuff is on Fight TV already. FITE. Yeah, FITE, Fight TV. So, I don't know. But apparently they said that they are upset and they have released some statements. WWN Live is tied up in this. And why is that important? Well, Gabe Sapolsky, who, full disclosure, somebody that this show has talked to before, and being asked questions to, but he is also a little bit of a legend in the game. Helped Paul at ECW when it first got cracking. One of the pioneers of Ring of Honor, but right now his current project is WNN Live, and they were going to be the premier people on Flow Slam, and they basically did all the pay-per-views on Flow Slam before they got shut down.
All right.
What happened is Flow Slam was slowing them because of misrepresentation, and Flow Sports apparently. They feel like they sold them a bill of goods. Like they basically feel like they were sold that they could have like moved all these pay-per-views and make all this money, and they had all these people who was like buying the pay-per-views over there, and that ain't really what was going down. So I don't know, Keish. But one thing they did to Flow Slam, which is funny, is that WWE Live, they released all the content for free. So you can go to Flow Slam TV and watch anything you want to watch. But yeah, right now the way it exists, and this was posted 10 hours ago, according to PWI Insider, the streaming service Flow Slam has officially been shut down by Flow Sports effective today. All staff involved in the service have been laid off. Flow Slam was initially launched in 2016, designed to be a major streaming subscription content hub. The hope aside deals with the top independent organizations to be able to essentially place them under one roof. They received $21.2 million in new funding to accelerate the online sports network's news growth. And to expand existing verticals from many investors, including the WWE. That's why that's important. But yeah, they were never able to get Ring of Honor, New Japan, PWG, and any of the Mexican promotions. They weren't able to get it. Instead, they wrote a 7-figure deal with WWN Live, and WWE was producing a total of 5 live events every month for Flow Slam. Despite the agreement being made for 5 years, the relationship ended only after 1 year, as Flow Sports filed a lawsuit alleging that WWN misled them on how many pay-per-view buys the company was actually doing on their own streaming service. Now, one thing about streaming and online and all this stuff, man, hey, those buys are real numbers. Like, this ain't like ratings or TV ratings. Like, you can't really estimate on this. But apparently they told them that they was doing that. But this is what I read, that hey, Flow Slam made all of their WWN content free for everyone to view, and the upcoming live event has been canceled. So, Keisha, I was wondering, like, is all the Dragon Gate stuff free? So I looked up Mercury Rising from 2011. There was a guy that's on this show that might have been there at that event, and it was WrestleMania weekend, 2011. WrestleMania right. 27 here in Atlanta. Well, I didn't go to the Hall of Fame the night before. Instead, I went to a Dragon Gate show. It was called Mercury Rising. It's one of their biggest events of the year. I'm going to give you the breakdown of that show and who was on that show and why it's important to wrestling as a whole. Because it's 6 years ago, right? And when you go down the lineup, there's this guy named John Moxley who wrestled Eric Cannon. John Moxley is Dean Ambrose.
I am aware.
Brody Lee, who you know as Luke Harper, defeated A.R. Fox, who's a really talented young guy around here in Atlanta and works at the WWA4 promotion. We'll talk about that later. Jimmy Jacobs, who recently got released by WWE. And there's a few other people. Sammy Callahan was on this show. Pac wrestled Akira Tozawa. Now, who is Pac? Pac is Deville. So, just giving you that. So, I watched Deville and Akira Tozawa 6 years ago. Yamamoto defeated one Austin Aries. This is where Austin Aries left Dragon Gate. Then he went on to TNA and the main event featured Blood Warriors, which featured Sema, Ricochet, and they defeated the Ronin. The Ronin had Chuck Taylor, who was signed to WWE but never really materialized. Johnny Gargano was there, and Rich Swann. And Keith, that was the night me and Rich Swann became enemies.
Oh my God!
That was it.
How did y'all become enemies? Like,
because Rich Swann grabbed the mic and walked out and gave the most coolerific performance I've ever seen. It just, I felt like, oh my God, we really doing this in front of all these white people. That's tough.
Yeah.
Like the stuff he do now, where he like do the junkyard dog dance and all that. No, it wasn't that bad. Picture Rich Swann trying to be R-Truth. I'm gonna drop that off for you.
Wait a minute. I just processed what you just said. So, you mean to tell me he was coming out there rapping?
Yes, Keish.
Oh my God.
This is the first time I've ever seen this dude. Ever seen him in life. And it was just like, it's the Ronin, baby. And it was just like, oh no. I if I could drown you right now, I would drown you in the back. It was an interesting night, Keish. I was there. I nodded off a little bit during the show because I was tired because I worked all day and probably should have went to a show. And I'm pretty sure that's on the DVD somewhere. I don't know. Like, I started trying to watch it today. It's like 3 hours long. I couldn't get to the end of it. But I did finally see myself a little bit. It's kind of like, because the camera angles, where I sat, the way the matches were going, like, it just wasn't really kind of getting to me, but I was able to see myself a little bit. But yeah, that was the night me and Rich Swann became enemies. Rich Swann does not know this, probably. Doesn't care, probably would give me this speech that he's tired of black people being mean to him and telling him about how he acts and stuff like that, how he don't want to fit into some kind of box and this, that, and the third. And my only response is, get a haircut. So,
right.
Shave your chest. That's all.
Yeah.
Look like a human being.
Now, I will agree with you on the haircut thing. I have to, because his head looks horrible.
I mean, he ain't got to cut it, but like, damn, bro, you make too much money. You're on TV now, like, you get somebody who can dread that up nice.
Right, like, get it refreshed, get it redone, get it do something. Like,
I'm just saying,
that
like,
is not
that beard is looking kind of as I said, like somebody who doesn't have a house. I'm just saying, like, you got access to clippers. That's all. You know, that chest you can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, like,
he looks terrible.
You are a man who has access to clippers, and I'm pretty sure it makes at least 6 figures. You know, just start looking like you bathe. That's all. That's all. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, that was the night me and Rich Swann became mortal enemies.
Mortal enemies.
Yeah, like, I just was like, no, me and you would never be cool. Like, there's nothing he can do. I've watched wrestling, and I've seen him for the past couple of years, and I'm like, nope, not getting on board. I watched everybody else like, hey, man, it's cool. I was happy with Rich Swann with a cruiserweight title. I was like, man, look, I want a match. 37 years old, 38 years old now. Like, I want a match. And
Keith, you are not in a match with Rich Swann. Like, this is not going to happen. I am not advocating for this.
I'm not chasing his ass down.
Just no.
Okay, first of all, I can't make the weight for 205 live. So, I could not challenge him for the cruiserweight title.
Well, it's not like cruiserweights ain't never wrestled outside of the cruiserweight division before. I mean, personally, I think they need to start being able to rotate. But, that's just me. Anyway, so that's a whole nother conversation. But, like, you shouldn't have to do all of that just to wrestle them. But Keith, I'm still not advocating for it. Just know, like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I just was like, why is this happening? Anyway, SmackDown, Keish. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else that I want to talk about or in the news before we get to SmackDown? Because new stuff pops up all the time. Apparently, Ford Motor Company has filed a lawsuit towards John Cena for selling his custom 2017 Ford GT supercar.
What?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
It was a custom-made vehicle. Cena was obligated to maintain ownership of this custom car for 2 years, but instead flipped it for a big profit soon after receiving the car from Ford. Mr. Cena has unfairly made a large profit from unauthorized resale flip of vehicle. Ford has suffered additional damages and losses include, but not limited to, loss of brand value, ambassador activity, and custom goodwill due to the improper sale. Yeah, that's going down. So apparently, they must have gave him a custom car. And John Cena loved cars.
Right.
And they informed he was violating this contract. He went on to say, I completely understand, and stated, I am willing to work with Ford to make it right. My serious apologies. It was reported the car. It was being reported he sold the car to liquidate for cash to take care of expenses. And this was filed in Detroit. I don't know what's going on with John. I'm pretty sure John Cena has plenty of money. I mean, these movies. Ferdinand looked like it's about to be a big success. He was in Daddy's Home too. Like, I mean, the guy got movies coming out left and right. WWE pays him pretty well. I'm sure he's getting money from those Toyota commercials they're used by Titus now.
Right?
But it's just funny. Like,
commercials. No, the first time I saw the commercial, I was like, wait, see that on the commercial? And then all I seen was his music. I heard his music, but then I seen the Toyotas rolling around. I said, so Toyota's using Cena to sell cars now? Like, what is this? Like,
yeah, which, to be fair, I mean, there's other Toyotas I would use for my Titus now. Like, let me tell you something. If I got a new 4Runner, I would like my Titus now to play every time I walk out to the car. But that's besides the point. I just thought that was an interesting case because it's like, I guess they used him as a brand ambassador. Like, hey, we'll give you this car. You rock this car. All you gotta do is hold on to it for 2 years. I think what happened to Cena though is because it's a custom car that nobody had on these streets, and he's a car collector, and he's filthy rich, so he's around other filthy rich people. Somebody was like, "Yo, how can I get one of those?" And he was like, can't nobody get one. Like, this is like one of a kind. And it was like, shit, how much one of those go for? And he was like, shit, probably on the street they probably sell for like, I'm gonna give you a hypothetical number, 120, right? Somebody said, shit, John, only 120? I give you 500 for that. John was like, 500? And this is all hypothetical. Right. I don't know. This is all alleged and hypothetical. John was like 500.
Well, I mean, think about it like this.
Run that.
I see you with this custom-made vehicle, and I'm like, man, I want that. You know what I'm saying? And I know I have the funds to spend whatever the hell I want just to get this vehicle. if I really wanted that bad. Because think about it. You now own this custom-made Ford, but that was previously owned by John Cena. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell people you bought John Cena's car. And it's not just a regular car that everybody has. This was made specifically for him. So, yeah, I figured, and Cena, for the right price tag, was just like, you know what? Here you go. You know what I'm saying? But you're right, Keith. Like, it's not like Cena's tight on money or anything. Ain't like he got a lack of funds. So it's kind of like, what you sell it for? Did you not like it? Did you not want it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think it was that. I just think it was just like, look, I'm going to tell you the story. I was at the club one night, right? And I had a Tony Dorsett throwback on. It wasn't mine. It was Keith Senior's. A dude rolled up on me and offered me $200 for the jersey. I said no, because it wasn't mine.
Right.
I told your dad about it. He said, boy, you should have took that damn money. I'm
right.
saying that to say that sometimes you get offered a ridiculous amount of money for something that you can't refuse. Like I said, dude's rich. And he is doing movies and stuff like that. So I could imagine that he was out with somebody who was like the head of Sony Studios or something. You know what I mean? And that dude is like a Cesaro billionaire. And they asked him what's up with that Ford. And he was like, I don't drive it that much. You know what I'm saying? This in Tampa. I'm in here in LA. I'm just giving a hypothetical, right? And the dude or lady, who knows, just threw a number at him that he was like, shit, I mean, a come up is a come up. I got the whip for free anyway. You know what I mean? So, and that's what Ford said, like, he illegally profited, Now, he could box with Ford over this if he wanted to.
Right.
Because once they transfer, I don't know what the deal was, and I don't know how long it was for, That it could get interested. But Ford got a lot of lawyers with a lot of time on their hands because they paid by Ford. Cena got to pay out of pocket for his lawyers, and you don't want to go into that, right? So they'll probably settle up pretty quick, and you might see Cena in a Ford commercial pretty soon. Like, the one thing about being rich and famous, you can trade shit that don't actually have to be actual cash. You can trade other things that are cash value. Like, hey, I'm John Cena, and when I'm in my Ford Focus.
Right.
Hey, man, Kia out here trying to get y'all to believe LeBron be riding them things. And
right.
I'm sorry, I'm not about to sit here and tell you that LeBron be riding a damn Kia. I'm not saying he don't. I'm just saying I feel like LeBron probably lets his cousin drive that Kia.
But it's not the first time that we've seen an athlete in a car that they ain't driving. Like, Shaq ain't got no damn Buick. Come on, man. Like, y'all lying.
The fact that you got the belief that he just hopping inside that damn car is hilarious.
Right.
But
exactly.
Like, we got a cousin that's 6'10". I know that some dude who's 7 foot and that's that wide ain't just hop. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just hopping in the damn Buick like it's a damn. You know what I mean? Like I'm hopping in the Buick. Anyway, SmackDown, Keish. Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. Is somebody gonna turn on somebody? Because I think that's what we get towards. Because I don't know if it's gonna be Daniel that turns heel, which I would think would be the dumbest thing in the history of the world. Like, I don't think there's any value in it. I think the Yes movement is just too valuable as a stance. Even though fans are like weird, and we might follow Daniel to the end of the earth. Who knows? But yeah, him and Shane got tension, and it revolves around Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you this, Keish. I just realized Sami Zayn is a really good heel. You know how I know he's a really good heel?
How?
I can't stand him. I hate his face. Like when he stick his chin out, I would like to kick that damn thing 40 yards. That's how I feel when I see Sami Zayn. And I'm like, oh, it's working. That guy's a good heel. Because I imagine myself kicking him in the face. That's a good heel. I told you a long time ago, he's annoying. Even before he turned heel, I was like, this dude's annoying as shit.
But I love Sami Zayn though. Like,
you know who I like?
I'm just weird.
I like El Generico. Put a mask on him and let him be El Generico. That's who I like. I can't stand Sami Zayn. I thought he had a lot of potential. You know what? I always felt like he was a poor man's Daniel Bryan. And I don't think it's good to be anybody's poor man anything. You know, it's like when people tell you that Freddie Jackson is a poor man Luther Vandross. Like, no. That would be that'd be an insult that'd get me to ready to fight somebody. If you said like, hey, that guy Keith, he's a poor man's Dave Meltzer. I'm like, look, you say that shit again, your jaw gonna be po.
Okay.
And
let's talk about that.
To quote the late great Del Reese, you accuse me of stealing. The only thing I'm stealing out here is your face. It's like, Harlem Nights was such a funny movie. Yeah, so that's happened. But yeah, Keish, I can't stand him. I'm like, ugh. But him and KO are destroying the show. They are pissing off Shade. As long as I don't have to see another Shade match this year, I'm good. And if I do see another Shade match, I don't want him jumping off of anything. Like, can he like save that, reserve that, not always do that? Like, your whole gimmick should be like, hey man, I could almost die. Cause at 48, there's a chance of diminishing returns on that. Just my personal opinion.
Okay.
But the New Day defeated Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin in tag team action. It was actually the Kofi Xavier New Day, like the Speed New Day. They did not use the power in the New Day. Usos watched by ringside. I think New Day has earned another shot at the tag team titles. And are we giving up on Gable and Benjamin already? Is that what's happening?
No, you can't do that.
Because I thought we was moving on for the New Day for a while as far as the tag team title hunt. But also, Big E giving out pancakes from his tights. That is disgusting. Glad the Usos did not eat that. I thought Byron Saxton was tempted to try to eat them pancakes, and I was like, where did they raise you at, homie? I ain't eating pancakes that came out of somebody's drawers. How was you raised?
You know what? That's a great question because I'm just trying to figure out, like, where did this come in at?
Yeah, that's what's up, but I'm not eating this. The Bludgeon Brothers, which would be Rowan and Harper, defeated the Hype Bros in tag team action. And then Mojo turned his back on Zack Ryder. And I'm going to say I'm shocked, Keish. I thought Zack Ryder was going to turn on Mojo. Just the way the tension has been presented the past couple of weeks, I thought it was Zack Ryder who was going to turn. But Mojo was had a bit about returning. And is Mojo on coke? Just ask it for a friend. Because if this was the 1980s, I'd be 100%. I would be like, yeah, I think that guy does coke. But I can't do that in 2017, so I'm not sure. I'm just saying he's a little too into that stay hype gimmick. And guys in the 80s who stayed hype, they stayed hype due to cocaine. And when I see Mojo, I think about cocaine. Not that I've ever used cocaine to stay hype. Because anybody who knows me know I'm not really hype. I'm very mild mannered, laid back. And also, I don't do real drugs. So, that's the thing, too. But, yeah, Keith, just wondering. Did you think Mojo was going to be the one that turned? Because I did. There's that. I just thought there's something that had Zack Ryder written all over it.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Zack will be a sympathetic babyface, and Mojo will be a heel that we probably still won't care about. Or, you know, maybe he might make something of himself. I don't know. But that happened. AJ Styles defeated the Singh brothers in a handicap match. And after the match, Jinder kind of beat up the Singh brothers. And there's speculation that they may not be on TV anymore. Who knows? They might be writing them off. I don't know about that already. And I would still think they had a little value to Jinder. I don't know. But the Riot Squad, Ruby Riot, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, defeated Naomi, Charlotte, and Natalya in a 6-woman tag match. Ruby, who I think is very talented, she going right at the champs.
Yeah, she is.
Paige would like to go at the champ too, but Alexa Bliss be out of there. Alexa Bliss be like, shit. I have to just deal with that when I get there. KO defeated Randy Orton in a no DQ match. Now, the way the match was set up before the show, Shane said Sami Zayn was not allowed at ringside, and it's going to be a no DQ match, and that Orton was just going to get to beat the hell out of KO because that was going to be the compromise, right? Sami Zayn showed up anyway. Apparently, there was a loophole that since the match rolled all the way up the ramp and it wasn't ringside no more, that Sami could go and interfere. And he started wailing old Randy with a chair, and that's how KO got the win. How long you think these guys are going to terrorize SmackDown? Because I thought they was going to go to Raw after Survivor Series, but that didn't happen. So, I don't know. It's kind of just I think these guys are talented, and we'll see what happens. But I think KO could carry the water for SmackDown.
Yeah, this is true.
And I don't know. We'll see. With that being said, I think we're at the end of our rope for this week. Anything you want to throw out there, Keish?
No, I think so.
All right. While we are here, I will let you know that New Japan World Tag League still going down. I don't know what the exchange rate is, but I think I'll pay a little more now. Like I used to pay like $8.60 a month. Now I'm paying like $9.20 a month. Even though I'm using PayPal and I might be getting charged an international transaction fee or something. I don't know how all that works. But yeah, going down. I guess the final is going to be on the 8th of December. But the World Tag League 2017 is going down. Check it out. Watch it over on New Japan World. They got the Fire Stick app. It is a little bit better now, even though I still prefer Chromecast. But yeah, that's going down and that's out there. and we will be back next week, and we will find something to talk about with this wrestling. So with that being said, we are out. Peace.